Hey everybody, hopefully you can hear me. We will be answering some questions and going over whatnot. I'm waiting for Chaos to get in here. Yeah, I think he's delayed just a little bit. But if you guys got any questions, go ahead and shoot them out. I'm going to go over a couple things real quickly. If you have any thoughts, comments, or suggestions, just let me know and we will answer away. The first thing we're going to go over is the fact that we already had a massive drop this week of armor that we will go over at a later point. I mean, we are talking some massive, massive armor. Pretty much armor sets of um, every single class. So if you want to know what your class would be like, uh, Devastator, Technomancer, Trickster, or Pyromancer, take a look. Seriously, they drop them. They let you know what they're gonna do. They let you know what they're gonna act like. It was actually pretty amazing. I am actually very, very excited. If you guys got any questions whatsoever, please let us know. Um, we are on Discord. We are always willing to take questions and whatnot. That is not what I wanted to have happen. You pause right there. Doing something real quick. I have no hand. There we go. Hey Chris, what's up? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Last week apparently we recorded and there was no sound, no damn sound whatsoever. Yeah, I know. It was actually pretty shitty. But anyways, Chaos will be with us shortly. Right now, if you guys got any questions, shoot them out. Otherwise, I'm gonna go over kind of just some things that we talked about. Um, as far as the armors go, um, after seeing kind of what the Devastator can do and the Technomancer and everything, I actually was kind of excited. The armor sets they released actually look pretty cool. They also released some private armor sets, just single pieces. I am quieter than normal. That is depressing. You should be able to hear my voice at all times and be loud. Chris, is that better? Hopefully that's a lot better. I moved the mic a little bit closer. Hopefully that is much, much louder. Apparently it's not going that loud. I don't know why. Why are you not going that loud? Why are you not? There we go. Let's try. Okay, everybody. So hopefully that's louder. Hey, California King. Okay, so as for me, I still like the Devastator. I still like the things that they have, the weapons, the Impale, and whatnot. If you have any thoughts, questions, or suggestions, please let us know. We do have a Discord. Um, do you guys have any questions, Chris, California King, while we wait for Chaos to get here? Please let me know. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and go. As of right now, um, we had a massive leak on armor. They released all the armor for Pyromancer, for Technomancer, for Trickster, and for Devastator this week. They released the armor sets. They released what the bonuses you'll get. All of it. It makes me excited to play. The 25th, we will be playing. Um, I know I took the 25th and 26th off. I will be here. I will be streaming it as much as I can so you guys can come out and see exactly what we're doing. Um, as far as the Devastator, the things that I like, the things I'm worried about, and what all that, I will go over all that right now. The things I like about the Outriders is just the different classes, the ability to do the different things. Each class can be a little bit different. Like you can have the Trickster be a tank. You can have the Technomancer actually take a little bit more damage, but for the most part, you have these classes that can do all sorts of things. You can build them however you want to build them. We need more info on the mods that modify your abilities. There's limited info. Actually, there is a great article, California King. If you follow me on Twitter, I will post it later. There's actually an article that goes over lots of the mods. Um, Lots and lots. And actually, we actually did a video on all the mods. Um, uh, yeah, there's a lot of mods. There's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. It seriously is going to be epic as far as what you can put together. Some of it is actually pretty scary. The thing that I'm worried about the most, guys, to be totally honest, is the crossplay. They have not said crossplay will be available. It's been hinted that crossplay will not be available on demo, which makes me worry a little bit because I'd rather have it be available, make sure they can iron those kinks out before they try to go live with it. It was not there in the timed run, and it was not there from what we understand in the demo. You can play co-op in the demo, so if you guys want to team up, let us know. Hey, Adam, what's up? It would be great to be able to play with some of you. I do believe we might be doing a giveaway for Outriders in March, so please stay tuned to that. But that has me worried a little bit. Also, what has me worried a little bit is the fact that no one's really done something like Outriders. We have Anthem, we have Avengers. Those games kind of make me worry on the fact that you have these looter shooters that just have issues. So I'm a little bit worried, but I'm not. I'm hoping that as we get to, I hope we get to the point of the expeditions, which are the end game, that they are fresh. That we're able to see actually kind of how you can tweak your guys, how you can do all sorts of stuff. I'm a little worried on the fact that there's only, I think, 15 of them that you can do, that they may get a little bit stale. I'm hoping the enemies are not bullet sponges. I want them to have mechanics. I want them to, you have to kill this drone to get the armor down, and then you can pummel them or something like that. I don't want just the ability of you just shoot them over and over and over and over and over again. It's not my cup of tea. I want to be able to learn. I want to, as you go up in tiers, that it's not just more armor that you got to take down. That actually, hey, on tier 8 you actually have electrical now you got to deal with. On tier 9 or 12 now you have electrical and fire you got to deal with. Those things are the things I want. I want to be able to actually have to deal with it, have to learn to go around it, have to do all those things. To me, that makes more sense. That is what I want. I want to be able to. I want difficulty. I want it to be able to change. The other thing that has me worried is this is a not live service game. What that means is once the game is launched, players can fly. The people that are making the game have said what you get is what you get. That's it. They are not releasing anything else. Now, mind you, I'm thinking if it sells well, we could possibly see actually a great DLC or something. I'm not sure. They have not said that. That's my speculation. So the more people that we can get to play it, just the more sales they get, the higher chance we have of getting DLC or a part 2 or something else. To me, that would be great. I agree with you, California. I want complexity. Dwayne Morris, I fear the demo may hide the flaws, and all we'll see is the good. No, with the fact that the demo is going to be open and we can play it from the 25th all the way to the 1st, the only thing that I think it's going to hide is the end game. So, I mean, that can be a flaw in a way, but I'm hoping that since you are going to be limited to a certain amount of actual playing, now they haven't said it's just going to be 3 hours. I don't think it's going to be 3 hours. I think it's going to be, my estimation is probably two main missions and 3 to 4 side missions. None of that's confirmed. That's just Fork. I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping that we can actually play because the missions are actually pretty long. They're actually pretty fun. So I'm hoping that we can actually go to maybe the first boss area. That would be actually kind of cool to be able to do that and be able to do it with your friends over and over and over again. Yeah, Adam, I do hope the base consoles do get a working game. I hope they actually are able to play and are able to do some stuff because we don't want another Cyberpunk. We don't want a lot of issues. I know a lot of people are a little upset that they can't play Medium due to the fact the Medium is Xbox Series X only, and I think Series S, but you can't play it on last gen, which I know a lot of people have heard about, but it is what it is. I'm hoping that we do get stuff. I'm hoping that we do get to see more of this. I mean, as you guys can see the background as it's playing right there, it's fun. That's the Technomancer running around. The rocket launcher actually looks pretty badass. The mortars are pretty badass. I did not play the Technomancer. I played Devastator. I am wanting to see exactly how I can modify my Devastator on the fact that depending on who you have around you, you can actually modify it to actually do strengths and weaknesses to actually be able to play as much as you can. The biggest thing that I want is at the end of every expedition, you go to the cash register, the cigarette machine, whatever you want to call it, and depending on how well you did, you get all sorts of loot that drops out of it. I'm hoping that the loot is varied. I don't want 9 of the same loot off one expedition. To me, that'd be annoying. I want to be able to get all sorts of different loot, guns, ammo, armor, and be able to actually get all sorts of different mods to where I can actually change my armor out to be exactly what I want it to be. The fact that you can level up armor and you can level up guns in the actual screen of actually being able to level them up and everything. That has me excited because if there's one gun you really like, you can level it up constantly. That I do like. Yes, it does look like a little bit like Destiny and Anthem with a like loot like Borderlands 3. It is like that a little bit. Um, it is. I mean, at the end of the day, there's only so many new concepts you can have. There's so many games that we've had that you're really not going to come out with a brand new concept without borrowing from something else. Anthem did flying, which was really cool, but it still borrowed from like Borderlands and Destiny a little bit. So, hey, Replicant, what's up? So you're always going to run into those things. Those are my kind of dislikes that I'm worried about is the fact that loot could get boring, that there's not enough, but we'll see how that works and everything. The likes that I do have is the fact that you're able to actually go 3 players. You can actually do 3 Technomancers, 3 Pyromancers, 3 Tricksters, 3 Devastators, whatever you want to do. We had talked about it last week. The one thing that I'm actually looking really forward to is trying 3 Technomancers just to see how much real damage you can do and everything. Dwayne Morris, Chaos is having math problems with time zones. Probably. I told him 2 p.m. Eastern, but we'll see. Yeah, apparently, I guess he didn't realize the time zones. But the world tier cards are cool, but a bit bland, which worries me. The world tiers could be designed to be noticeably different, and going up a world tier should be a big deal, especially the last 3. I do know that when I played the world tiers, there was a difference. When you go up from world tier like 6 to 7, the guys hit harder. They act different. There is a little bit more involved. They do a lot more damage. You do take a lot more damage. So it will be very, very interesting how it will work out. So we'll see how that'll work. Mind you, the AI is not great to where as soon as you go from one tier to the next tier, they instantly get smarter, but they do get a lot harder. And anything that gets harder will go from there. I am hoping that as you go up in the world tiers and the I'm hoping that the enemies just aren't bullet sponges, that they actually have mechanics and everything when you get in. I know you're watching this guy right now just mow this shit down. That's actually just a regular mission. I'm hoping that when you get up to the I just said the word to end game that it's not just that. I do know that your time, the better time you get, the better loot you get. So that will be good. Is the fact that the quicker you go, the better loot you're gonna get because the higher score you get, and you can compete with your friends on, hey, I did this one at this time. So that will be exciting on the fact that you can actually try to outdo each other and whatnot. The bosses do look cool. They've only shown a couple and whatnot. As you can see, they're doing the skill tree right now. The fact that you get 30 skill points and you can actually maneuver them around to where you want to be, and you can go from one skill tree to the next tree is nice. I am excited for that. If you want to try the demo, try it out. It is free. It is running from February 25th to launch day April 1st. That is over a month. I mean, you're talking 34 days of playtime that you can play this game as much as you want. I will be on. I will be streaming it. If you have any questions or if you want to play, please hit me up. We can go from there. As far as what I'm looking forward to on mods, I'm looking forward to some of the mods. They're actually pretty badass. There's one mod that allows you to shoot like 6 rockets with the Technomancer, and then there's a actual legendary armor that increases it further to where I think when we are looking at it, could actually increase your rockets, which is the heavy rocket the guy shoots, up to 12 rockets that you can shoot. That is insane on the fact that you can shoot 12, but it also makes me realize how much damage some of these guys are going to take, which is fine. More damage, more fun. But besides that, I would play Devastator. I know Bomber is looking forward to Trickster and Technomancer. Lady is Technomancer and Trickster also. Leo is focused on Pyromancer. Hey, what's up, Dr. Jonas? So we all have different things. I've heard a lot of people say the Pyromancer is like the mage from World of Warcraft, the glass cannon that you can just utterly destroy shit. Someone put a comment a couple weeks ago about we had said the Technomancer is like a glass cannon. In a way it is. It's not really a glass cannon per se, but it can die a little bit easier. but it doesn't do as insane damage. But it is the only class, and you guys need to realize this: the only class that can heal everyone on the battlefield, no matter where you're at. California King, the Technomancer makes me want even more than 8 abilities for more gadgets. Yeah, they limit your abilities due to the fact that it kind of makes you pick and choose what you want to do, but also remember that your skill tree you can change at any time on the fly. Now, mind you, I have a feeling that when you get into endgame, they will lock it down in the middle of a mission. That you won't be able to change it on the fly like that. But you can change it at any point, and that's what I'm excited for. Is the fact that if you don't like something, you change it. You don't have to pay money. You don't have to pay gold for it. You don't have to pay something to do it. You can just literally change it and go. Like if me and Chris and Dr. Jonas are playing, and I know I need to change my Devastator to be more tanky than normal, I can change that. I don't have to figure it out. The mods I'm looking forward to, because there's so many mods that actually just change stuff that make it so much better. And there is Chaos. Hey, Chaos, sorry for the confusion on time zones, man. My bad.
No worries, man. Happy to be on board.
And
We got it finally. Time zones, they're a pain.
and of course, now I can't hear anything.
You can hear me, right?
Okay, hang on a second. Last week
That's
he had
all right.
issues, now I have issues.
How's it going, chat?
There we go. Hey, Chaos, what's up, man? Sorry about the confusion on the time zones. Okay. Go ahead and talk real quick to make sure it's grabbing you. And of course it doesn't want to. Alrighty, there we go. We have Chaos. Yay, Chaos, you can talk. You should be there.
I am here. Thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure.
No
really
problem.
looking forward to Outriders and Trickster all the way.
There we go. Chaos is here. He can talk. So, anyways, we were going on about Devastator and whatnot and what I wanted to play. So, go ahead. Like you heard him say, he said Devastator all the way. That's what I heard.
No. It is Trickster all the way. Did you see that armor suit? That
yes,
legendary
I saw the armor suit. I saw the
amazing.
Armor suit. And it made
that legendary suit.
So, here is my problem.
Right.
My problem is after seeing all the wonderful things that are out there now that you can actually pick from, now I'm questioning. Now I'm like, I was hardcore Devastator all the way, and now that I've seen some of the armor, and not just one piece of legendary armor, but an entire suit and how it can actually benefit, and the fact that I know of the other mods that you can put on there, it makes me question Devastator now. Not saying I don't want to play Devastator, like I really want to play it, but it makes me want to play the other three that much more because of the potential that they have.
I can see that, but the Devastator is gonna. I mean, this is just one suit, right? This is just one set of perks. And what I would like to know is if there is any like 2-piece perks from maybe the lesser grades. I know the legendaries require you to have 3 pieces of the set in order to get that benefit, but maybe the lesser sets like the epic sets will have a 2-piece set that you can actually combine with the legendary to make it that bit more
That would be interesting. That's questions that they haven't talked about whatsoever. I am interested to see if they talk about that at all. I am also interested to know if you can stack the same mod and if it actually stacks.
I think we saw with the Technomancer they did stack it, right?
I think
They
so.
stacked one of them to give you 6 mines.
Yeah, so I mean, there's one out there, a mod that actually increases how many rockets you have. So it makes me wonder how many times you can stack that because once again, that would be utter devastation coming out of that rocket.
Oh
So
yeah.
I mean, yeah, the Technomancer, I'm excited for the fact that you can heal all over the battlefield. I have played tank for a long time in World of Warcraft. I've played healer, so both those really appeal me. But the Pyromancer, just I don't know, something about fire.
I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't like pyro? I mean, it's like the mage that goes explosion.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's just like I'm excited to see what happens. So we did this last week, so unfortunately we got to do it again because apparently I don't know how to turn mics on. So Chaos, what are some of your worries? Everything we've seen legendary armor now. What are some of your worries going into the game? What are some of your worries about the future of the game?
So currently going into the game, they've put everything on the table. They're saying this is what it is. This is what we're delivering. Go crazy. So I am fully on board with that. I think they've been as open as they possibly can, and I am grateful for that because it's just got us more and more excited as to what we're getting and how it will play. Plus, they've given that pre-alpha as well, where people are having a go at it, and all good. What I want to know is, and I know it's like really early to tell, but after we've gone through like the expeditions and stuff, what's next? Are we going to get anything more? And that's basically where I'm at. Obviously, it will depend how much the game makes, and I'm really hoping the game is successful so we can get more, maybe more planets, more destinations. But again, it'll all depend on how successful the game is, and if it is successful, what's next?
Yeah, we've said it before. Me and Chaos have talked about it. We all feel that it's one of those things where, depending on how well it sells, we'll see. We could possibly see DLC. They have said, as of right now, there is no DLC, but
Mm-hmm.
we've seen that in the past with other games. I can't think of them off the top of my head. That games have sold well enough to where they did do DLC. Um, so
Horizon Zero Dawn was one of them.
yeah, there you
And it
go.
was so successful. With the remaining budget that they had, they did do a DLC, but because the game had no microtransactions, and that was a free DLC as well, they gave that away. They made that, and yeah, after that they stopped. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes for
Yeah,
Thunderbird.
I'm excited. I'm hoping that we get DLC. From what I've played, I'm excited. I am a little worried. Am. I'm cautious because of other games that we've played. That Um, I don't want to be clouded, but at the same time, I'm going in a little bit more cautiously on the fact that I know that sometimes people want bigger than what they can deliver. So I'm hoping that we do get everything that we want, that we're able to actually be able to get the game that we're wanting. A lot of us are wanting a shooter like this, a RPG where we can sink hundreds and hundreds of hours into and enjoy it. I know me, I have over almost 300 hours into Anthem. Chaos, I'm sure you're way beyond that.
Yeah,
Um,
way over.
yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for we have something like that. So what what's something that you're excited the most about the game?
For me, it's the power fantasy. I'm really excited about the power fantasy because they're not holding back and they're not trying to hold back. They're just basically telling you if you can imagine it and the game within the game's capabilities, go do it. And that really gets me excited because it just opens up the horizon for completely outlandish builds. I'm sure there's going to be metas out there and there's going to be min maxing builds out there, but at the end of the day, it gives you the opportunity to build the way you want to build and just experiment with the fact that the skill trees can be um, reset at any time without extra cost. That's amazing. That means that you can experiment to your heart's desire, and there's nothing stopping you from finding that perfect build that works for you.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it earlier. The fact that you can change it, the fact that it doesn't cost you anything. A lot of us have played games to where we had to uh, pay gold as far as like World of Warcraft, that we had to put money in to actually be able to, hey, you don't like your build, now you got to pay money. Well, I don't want to. Now I'm playing with Chaos and Bomber, and I need to be able to do this and this, not this. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to those things. I want to be able to. I want to devastate stuff. I want to blow shit up. I am excited. I cannot wait. This week has made me eager as shit to play this game. With all the armor that they released, all the abilities that the armor gives you, and if you know what some of the abilities are that they're affecting, it just makes it that much better as far as being able to do stuff. Now, you'd mentioned the class that you're looking forward to play. What class is secondary that you're looking forward to most?
Pyro. Has to be Pyro. That class just oozes explosion. And, I'm a fantasy type of guy. I like my Final Fantasies, and I like my Black Mages, and I like to blow stuff up, so it's got to be Pyro. Definitely Pyromancer for me.
Okay. Is there, besides the blowing up, is there anything else that there's a reason why that you're looking forward to that the most, as far as just beyond the blowing it up?
It's a complete different contrast to Trickster. Trickster's a close range combat type of class, whereas Pyro is a mid range, and it just mixes it up.
Okay. So, since you're going mid range, are you also going like with a sniper type build, or what exactly?
Auto rifle probably will be my way of choice, but scout rifles will definitely be up there with the auto rifles. Sniping is okay, but I suck at aiming.
Yeah, I can understand that one. California King, yes, any enemy you mark that dies gives you health. Pyromancer has that ability. There's also one thing we've been stressing. Chaos even mentioned it on the one stream that I had to delete because apparently I forgot to turn his audio on. You guys have to understand, this is not like your regular game where you hide behind cover and wait. The more you hide, the more you're gonna die. You have to be very aggressive. The only way that you heal, besides Technomancer, the only way you heal is if you do damage and kill stuff. If you kill stuff, you heal. The Technomancer is the only one that has the ability to actually heal, and it can heal anyone on the battlefield. Now, with saying that, other classes can heal, but it's nearby allies. So if you're not nearby, you can't heal. And some of these areas are not exactly small as far as distance and everything, which is good. They're kind of broken up into small areas, but when I say small, they're still pretty good size as far as movement and whatnot. As far as the excursions go, the end game, what are you most excited? What are you most worried about?
Expeditions. I am looking forward to those. There's 14 of them in total, with the Eye of Storm being the 15th one to wrap it up. I'm hoping that we're going to have actual raid-like experiences with those. I mean, that's what they're aiming them to be anyway, many like raids. But I don't want it to just be a kind of what's the word I'm looking for? A horde mode. I don't want it just to be a endless horde mode. I mean, some of them being horde is fine, but I'm looking for a nice encounter where we go in. There's some mechanics, there's some puzzles, there's some things that we need to do before we get to the final boss. And when we get to the final boss, that boss then has its own tricks and mechanics that we need to work as a team to take down rather than an individual solo horse.
Yeah, I know some people may have their anger towards Anthem or whatnot, but I'm kind of hoping that the expeditions and whatnot are kind of like, I mean, Anthem's dungeons, I enjoyed the tombs. I thought they were great. There were puzzles that you had to do. Once they did the in-game stuff where you had to get so many points to get your crystals, the puzzles you had to do to actually get the extra crystal, the fact the bosses did have some mechanics. They weren't just bullet sponges where you just shot there killing them. You had to actually watch out for certain things, do certain things. I'm hoping they have something like that. I'm hoping they're not more. I know Lady's gonna hate me on this. I hope they're not more Division-like, where you just pummel rounds into somebody. I don't want that. I want to be able to actually to figure it out. I want, hey, look, we gotta do this and this. We gotta do that. We gotta do. I want to be able to feel like I accomplished something. I hope there's a horde mode, but I hope there's a horde mode that you can share with your friends, like me and Chaos and Bomber made it to level 18, and you can see it almost like a competition of how high can you go. And I hope that if they do a horde mode, that maybe they actually do a horde mode with modifiers. The higher you go, the more pluses or minuses you have. So it could be interesting.
See, what they could do is outside of the expeditions as future content, they could actually add a horde mode. Gears of Gears of War do a fantastic horde mode where the further you get, the more rewards you get and the more things you unlock, and it gets harder and harder each time, requiring you to undergo certain defensive mechanics and certain enemies that appear. And I think something like that would work amazing in Outriders. It's something that they should definitely look at and see how it can be incorporated into Outriders. There's definitely scope for a horde mode in this game.
Oh yeah,
Whether it's end game or not end game, or it's in its own bubble field, whatever it is, there's definitely scope because this game oozes that sort of gameplay where you just have a horde of enemies coming at you, wave after wave, and you're just taking them down, tackling the bosses of each wave, or maybe every 5 waves, and then you get to like say wave 10, and then that's like your first checkpoint. You get your first chest, and then continue on, and the higher you get, the better the loot that you will get.
yeah. I mean
So that way you're more encouraged to just get a team together, just go for it.
Oh yeah, that to me that would be exciting. Something you do on the side, something you can do just to get some extra gear, or maybe even, hey, look, you can only get this gear if you get to this tier. Something to entice you to do it. Adam, as far as the next gen, last gen graphic difference in the frame rate, honestly, I mean, Chaos can agree with me on this. Welcome to PC. If you play a PC, Chaos could have a badass PC playing at 120 frames, and I'm playing at a PC with 30 frames. It happens all the time in PC. You learn to deal with it. For the most part,
Yep.
it's one of those things. Your graphics aren't going to be as good. Your frame rate's not going to be as good, but things are still going to move at the same time. It just may have some screen tearing or whatnot. Um, I'm excited to play on this on the Series X with 60 frames per second, just to be able to see exactly what we can look at and what we can do. Uh, I mean, just look at the video. It looks awesome. I'm looking forward to trying the Technomancer on the fact I want to see how many rockets I can really get with mods and armor just to pummel somebody with. I think that'd be exciting. Besides, when you see someone's bodies blow up, I'm sorry. It just, something about that makes me really excited. Um, so with everything that you're worried, that you're hoping for, is there anything that you want anybody to know as far as if somebody has not looked at this game whatsoever right now and they're looking at it right now, Chaos, what would be probably your best suggestion to them, and maybe even as class?
My best suggestion would be to check it out on the 25th of February. They're giving us a demo that we can play. If you're looking for a class to play, all 4 of them are viable. It depends on your style. If you're a rogue type of player from other games, I'd go Trickster. If you like the mage style of classes, I'd go with Pyromancer. If you're looking for that beefy tank where you could just walk in and bulldoze everything out of your way, Devastator is definitely your man. But if you're a lone warrior and want to solo your way all the way through, or you're just a supportive type that just wants to heal your team and allies, Technomancer is waiting for you.
So there you guys go. We are going to end this video here. Chaos, thank you for having us. I'm sorry about the time difference. I'm sorry about the time zone thing. That's my bad. Please check out Chaos's channel. It is in the comments. I also put his Twitter feed on there. He does videos almost daily. I've been following him since Anthem. He is great. He does not bullshit. He does not he doesn't kiss anybody's ass. He says it exactly how he sees it, which I love because I don't have to worry about is he saying it just to get a code. Check it out. He does some breakdowns on the armor that was done this week. They're great videos that he shows each armor piece, goes into detail. Check it out. It's great. Thanks for coming out, Chaos. And before you head out, can you tell everybody where they can find you and kind of what you're doing?
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube at youtube.com chaosprimezzyt, and you can also find me on Twitter at chaosprimez. At the moment, I'm just doing mainly content on looter shooters, which is what I'm much interested in. So you'll find most of looter shooter content on that channel. And yeah, if you're into that stuff without the ambiguity of BS and corporations, you know where to be.
There you go. Also, this Wednesday on Gaming Beyond the Box, we will be announcing the people that won the video card giveaway. So, if you've been doing the codes since September, Please tune in so you can find out if you won one of the 3080s or actually one of the two 3080s and one of the two 3070s. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks for coming out. And if you have any questions, you can find me at forkboy_gaming on Twitter. You can find Chaos on Twitter with his link is at the bottom of this. Please hit us up. We don't mind answering questions. We want you to be most informed as you can. We will talk to you guys later. Night.
Take it easy.